Hey guys, short topic today. Let's talk about stress. Hello, true believers. It's your boy Corey coming at you. Sort of an impromptu video, to be honest, and just talking about some things with people online and in person, and really trying to assess some things. I even got my glasses on, so out of Superman into Clark Kent mode, if you will. Got my mic as well. I feel like today it's Friday. Today is Friday the 4th, because I don't even know what day it is, so I actually have to look at my watch. It's Friday the 4th, and I feel like this has just been an extraordinarily long, emotional week. And I just, in my discussions and social media conversations, it seems like I'm not the only one having this issue, and it's just kind of weird. But like, I just feel very burnt out, very stressed, very exhausted, and with everything going on in the world, it's not like there's time for this. My four blessings, have NTI schooling. There's things that have to be done that just, I can't really Rip Van Winkle the next couple of weeks. So I'm trying to find ways of recharge, here, bits and pieces here and there, trying to get like maybe 5 minutes of meditation. Excuse me, I almost said meditation in during parts of the day. That doesn't really, my ADHD brain, plus there's not really 5 consecutive quiet minutes for me to do that with. Just recently bought, I've wanted these for years, but was not going to pay the $300. This is one Walmart has for $38. Has 3 other removable heads for different parts of the body. I also have a backup one I got from Five Below. Theirs is only 15, and then it's another 10 for the carrying case that comes with 4 more heads to work with. And also really wanting to do some more photography, going along with the Machine Gun Productions LLC business I have. Finally finished my individual intros to my next short film, But You Don't Look Like a Runner, and actually finished the film intro itself and have shown it to just a small handful of people, but they all really liked it. And I made sure to show it to runners and non-runners alike to get an opinion. And it was like the non-runners were like, I don't run, but I really want to see what happens in this movie. And it's a documentary just discussing how many of us have been told, oh, but you don't look like a runner, and that kind of crap. But everything feels like it is a huge weight on my shoulders, and I feel like I can never take a moment or take a break, because I'm always keeping the plates spinning, so to speak, and I can't let any one plate stop, because if one plate stops, they're all going to stop when I'm trying to get that one to start spinning again. And I'm not saying this to complain. I'm not saying it to offer some guru advice or to sell a supplement of some crap that we've probably all dealt with more than enough this year. I'm just saying it because if you're feeling this way, you're not alone. I'm with you. Reach out. I will not pretend to have answers. I'm the type of person, if you reach out to, you're going to get a non-judgmental ear, but you're not going to get someone that's going to be trying to give you advice. You message me, and I'm the type of person to, sorry, that's my watch. I'm the type of person to listen and let you know you're not alone. Because I think sometimes when we all go through this, we just feel alone. I had my telehealth appointment with my psychiatrist today, and he was just he's like, this has been a shit week. I was like, okay, thank you. I'm not the only one. And we kind of laughed. And I told him I have medicine that he's prescribed only for really high anxiety situations, is not to be taken every day, because I specifically didn't want something to take every day. And I said, yeah, I hadn't opened that bottle till this week. And so it seems like everything is just on my shoulders. And this morning I had my altitude training mask on. I'm the king of getting deals, by the way. These are normally like $100 and Walmart carries them for 20 and it works just as well. This actually has 4 settings. Apparently in my geniusness of putting this on my head, I clicked on to the 4th setting, which I'm not ready for yet. And I'm paying for that. I really felt like I was going to black out. And I felt that way a few times today, because it was robbing my body too quickly of oxygen. And, I'm trying to get fitness back from having to take, it's 2 years ago this month that I had spinal surgery. And then I had to take a year off from running and working out. So I'm trying to build up that fitness level. And that's why I run with that at least 2 or 3 times a week when I run with it. So trying to build up that thing. But usually I've not gone any higher than level 2. So I couldn't, I was running and then I was just like, well, something's wrong. I was like, nah, you're just stop complaining, Corey, just move. Because everything hurts in the first mile. Like every runner will tell you that. Don't gauge anything by the first mile, because you'll never run if you base everything by the first mile. It's just a horrible, horrible situation. And so I was very much, sorry, I'm fixing this on my watch so it stops beeping. So I was very much just running and running. About halfway through, I was like, I don't feel good. And I went like this. I was like, why is this at 4? I'm like, here we go. So I actually didn't take it off. I just slid it back to 2 and still continued my run. Actually, I was 3/4 of the way through, because I was like, I know where I was now. I was 3/4 of the way through my run. So I got home, and even when I took it off, and I was taking the dog for a walk, I just felt off, and I felt that way all day. So I'm trying to shake that off on top of the stress and everything else I was talking about. So I don't know. I mean, let me know. Let me know if you're going through it. Let's I don't want to say misery loves company, because I think it's not that trite, but I just think that maybe we all need to know we're not suffering alone. And I think a lot of people are like myself, that when you're having these moments, it's very easy to turtle up, as I call it. It's very easy to turtle up and just sort of shut the world out, and combine that with a feeling of sometimes maybe feeling like you might be a burden to someone. And on top, for me, there is a shade of guilt, as far as feeling guilty about feeling bad in general, just especially in the 4 kids NTI, and things get insanely moving all day. But I'm like, at the same time, dude, I'm blessed. I have 4 kids. That's never been a burden to me, and it never will be. That's always a blessing. And it's really great when you have multiple kids, because you see the different parts of your personality in each of them. And I love looking at them and thinking what their life is going to bring them and how awesome it is. So then I feel bad when I'm stressed in the middle of the day, when I'm putting out fires and everything else. And this is also why I'm very thankful, and I make sure to send emails out to the kids' parents, geez. There you go. To the kids' teachers, thanking them for all that they do. I agree with the fact that kids shouldn't be in school, or at least if you're going to have a conversation about kids returning to school, physically include the teachers and the faculty, the people that are going to be held hostage, for lack of a better term, by this. And also, I've said this for months, if you have to sit in a Zoom meeting or a Google Meet meeting to discuss whether kids should go back to school in person, there's your answer. Show me you all are sitting in a meeting together and nobody tests positive in a couple of weeks, then cool. But don't sit alone in rooms making these decisions and not including the principal people that are involved. Ask parents. When I say ask, I mean ask. I don't mean make the decision like a polling thing, like an election, but I'm saying that at least in those conversations, and I have plenty of friends that are educators, and they're not getting asked a single thing about this. And most of the time, they're getting their information hours at best before the general public. So there's not even time to process or get ready for the barrage. And parents, I've seen this all over. Just it's amazing to see how entitled some of these parents are feeling, that to me, when I read their, everyone's tough behind a keyboard comments, I'm like, so you just don't want to be around your kid for a long period of time? Because like I have stressful moments, but it's not stress all the time. And other than that, like I've enjoyed having them all home. And I'm sure the two oldest probably are not that crazy, because we laid the rules down and said, hey, I'm sorry, but this year there will not be, if anyone asks you for to come over for a sleepover for New Year's, it's going to be the weekend. We're putting our foot down and saying no. It's not worth it, and they understand it. But we told them this. We told them this like 2 months ago. So it's a lot of seeing all this going on, and then I'm like, well, crap. Now I feel bad that I'm stressed about this. But on a flip side, I'm like, but at the same time, I don't have a problem with spending time with my kids. I just have a problem with the time I'm spending with them being dictated by Google Meets and Zooms and Seesaws and Google Classroom and Remind and all these other apps. Like, that's my issue. Like, otherwise, I'm like, cool, we spend all day. We can go to the park. We can play Xbox. We can watch Disney Plus all day. We can be goofy as hell. But now it's like, okay, we've got to do this. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm really here just to say, one, thank you if you, at this point where I think we're at like the 11-minute mark and you're still here listening or watching, I just want to say thank you. And again, I go back to, whatever, if you're going through it, you're not alone. Reach out. We can hang together. There was enough room for Jack on the big floating door. That's all I'm saying is, so I probably just dated myself, and some of you are looking that up and laughing at me, and that's fine. I've actually only watched that movie one time when it debuted anyway, in 99, whatever it was, 97, I don't know. Anyway, so thank you guys. And I'm, from Damari, from the kids, for myself, you're going through it, and we're sending y'all a lot of love. Just to be honest, we're sending you love. You're not alone. And if you need some, I'm good for an ear. If you need someone to listen to, I'm good for comic relief, because if nothing else, I can do something to make fun of myself, to make you laugh. Damari can tell you that I've been doing that. We've known each other. Next month it'll be 20 years, so she'll tell you that firsthand. So you're loved, and you are an amazing human being. And if no one else has told you that today, just double click on the picture, on the left side to rewind it back to what I just said. You're loved. You're an amazing human being. And I'll see you later. Do better, be better. One love. I'm out.